What's going on, guys? I hope everyone is enjoying the 3 F's this week: family, football, and food. I got some 2K5 footage for you here, but I wanted to talk about a variety of topics that have been on my mind lately. Now, when I make these videos, I want you guys to give me your opinion. Express your opinion, because it's interesting to see where you guys stand and how I think about things. Now, the first topic I want to talk about is EA. Now, this is not going to be the general discussion about EA. We all know what EA is all about, but there's something been going on lately, but it's been going on for quite a while, and even into the next gen it's starting to happen on a more consistent basis, but we knew this was coming because EA themselves said that this was coming. And that thing is called microtransactions. It was in Dead Space 3, and also Ultimate Team, where you don't have to buy packs, with money, with actual money, but you can earn the coins. But the way you can earn coins is so slow and almost just doesn't even make logical sense. To get a better team, it's almost a guarantee you're going to have to spend actual money on coins to get cards. As some of you guys may or may not be aware, EA has partnered with Microsoft in this Xbox One era of gaming. And you all know what that means. You're going to see microtransactions in just about every turn, every game that comes out, even if it isn't, even if EA isn't affiliated with it, it's more than likely going to have microtransactions because, you're as good as the company you spend time with, and currently EA is in bed with Microsoft, so all of EA's business practices are going to translate over to Microsoft's business practices. You can call this a theory or not, but I see it coming. So let's take a couple of their launch titles for the Xbox One, Microsoft's launch titles. In Rise, Son of Rome, there's microtransactions. In Forza Motorsport 5, there's microtransactions. Not sure about Dead Rising. I don't think I've heard anything about that, but this is going to be commonplace for all you Xbox One fans. I'm not dissing Xbox. I've had an Xbox since day one when it was first released on the very original Xbox, and I've loved it. I've loved the community on Xbox 360, and I like it. I love Xbox, but I'm not going to support the Xbox One, not just because of EA being associated with them, but because of how companies are starting to take advantage of this. They're abusing microtransactions. They're abusing DLC. I don't mind DLC and microtransactions, but when they're abused and they kill your gaming experience, or they dictate your gaming experience to where the game gets unnecessarily difficult when you have to craft items in Dead Space, or get a decent football team, an Ultimate Team, where you can't compete with other people because you have to spend real money on Microsoft points, not Microsoft points anymore. They've changed that model now to actual money. And don't even get me started on Killer Instinct, of how they make it free to play, but you don't actually have a full game at launch. You have to pay as you go, and game modes are bare bone. They don't have the story mode. Oh, you'll get it later, and it's just a money pit. I don't agree with the way they're doing things these days, and I believe it's all because of EA and Microsoft. They're combining forces and saying, yeah, we can do this. We can manipulate the customer, and that we'll make it free to play, and we'll make all this money because it's not a disc form. We don't have to spend money on all this other stuff. We can make 100% profit and just nickel and dime through these seasons. They make it sound good on paper, and some people actually buy into it. So, we can get all these characters, in packs. We'll get $20 here and $20 here. Trust me, by the time it's all said and done, you'll spend well over $60 of what a retail would cost. But some people still defend it. This is just another example of how microtransactions and just DLC is being abused. Now, it's not just EA. Other companies are doing this too. But EA has been upfront about it. They've said, we're going to put microtransactions in every game we have. How bold they are of saying such things. Yeah, I know some people like it because they're able to just buy their way into a game. They don't have to play it. Video games used to not do this to you. You could beat a game like Resident Evil Remake on the GameCube, which was one of my favorite games of all time. You beat the game in under 2.5 hours, and you got the rocket launcher. Well, now they just charge you for it. Gaming is dead, in my opinion, as far as this goes. Capcom is notorious for doing this with their on-disc DLC characters that were in the game, but they just charge you for it later. This is a practice that I will never support, and I don't care who it is. If they exercise this practice of trying to screw the consumer like this by putting stuff on the disc that's already should have been in the game, but they just waiting to charge you for it later. Killer Instinct is no different. You Killer Instinct fans can say it all you want. Oh, I don't like all the characters. You're not getting a valuable, you're not getting a full product. But if that's what you want, if you like to take it in the ass, go ahead. And I hope you get used to it, because you're going to see a lot more microtransactions. You're going to see a lot more DLC that should have already been on the disc. It's just going to continue. Angry Joe made a video a long time ago about Metro Last Light where he talked about this. He's like, companies are going to give you more, or you're going to get less and less, and companies are going to charge you more and more. He's so correct when he said that. And he said, he also made a joke. He said, next we're going to have to pay for competent AI, or AI with guns. He made a really cool video about this. I'll have the link in the description. It's pretty damn hilarious. But he makes a very valid point. I mean, this is what's happening. And it's amazing that people can't see it. Or they just are so, infatuated with the product, like Killer Instinct, that they don't care, and that they're willing to just get screwed. But yeah, guys, I just want to get your opinion on this topic about, on the disc DLC or just excessive DLC. There's obviously there to just take advantage of the consumer, and of course microtransactions, which you don't have to buy, but you're almost compelled to, because it makes the game, easier, and they make it unnecessarily hard for a reason. Just let me know what you guys think about this topic. Okay, the next thing I'm going to talk about is Madden. Now, you might be fooled what I'm about to say, but I was actually going to make an entire video talking about it, but I'm just going to do a small segment about it. I believe that Madden needs to never go away. It always needs to be part of the market, because it's not a simulation football game, but it's more of an arcadey experience. But some people really enjoy this kind of game. Could you guys imagine if you wanted to play an airplane type game, that you were only allowed to play Ace Combat 6 type games, or Over G, which is a very, very hard simulation type game, and you couldn't play a game that was just based on action, where you're just shooting stuff all the time? It would not be good. There's different audiences that need different types of games, and Madden is one of those types. I mean, as much as a lot of us just don't like Madden, there's a fan base out there that still wants it. And it's good for gaming when you can, have different types of football games in the marketplace. But that's another reason why 2K needs to come back, because not everybody likes Madden. Not everybody likes to have to play an arcadey type game. Some of us like the simulation, something that's closer to the real thing, like 2K. This isn't always about football, though. As you are all aware, EA's recently made a comeback with their NBA Live series. There's longtime fans that have been waiting for it for a long time, and when the game came out, it was just a massive disappointment to a lot of them. But there's still some people that are still passionate about the game. I'm not going to mention any names, but there's one guy that is just extremely passionate about this game, and it doesn't need to go away, because if he really, really has that much passion for it, and it still didn't get good scores, and across the board, and even the fans themselves say they do not like the game, but yet there's still people out there that want it. They just want the game. So as much as I say that NBA Live 14 is a massive disappointment, A lot of people probably agree with me, but there's still people out there that want the game. And so it needs to be part of this ecosystem, I guess you could say, in the market. It needs to be in the market. Not only that, it also sends a message to 2K, you better not get lazy, which I know they won't, because they've always put out continuously put out good products, save for NBA 2K12, which I heard a lot of people didn't think was a very good game. So that's my opinion about Madden and NBA Live. I think that while they may not be, as good as 2K, they still need to be in the market, because there's still fans out there that just clamor for it. They love it. How do you guys feel about this? Do you think it should still be in the market? I mean, even if they're subpar products, but yet it does send a message to the competition that you better not get lazy. And I would just like to hear you guys' thoughts about that as well.